Just congratulations to all our seniors from both teams for representing your school for so many years and doing such a fabulous job. I'd like to have all the fans here give these seniors a nice round of applause. I'd like to recognize the Plattsburgh High School seniors. Marley Curl, Sierra Ducat, Madison Trombley, Molly LeClaire, Olivia Carlson, Colby Lyon, Kaylee Blair, Alexis Lamora, and Carly Neal. Congratulations, girls. Now for our hometown Cougars. Again, girls, thank you for all your years of dedication. You've been a class act, and we're all very, very proud of you in this community. First of all, Celine Bouillet, daughter of, what's his first name? Oh, it's Karen Bouvier, Neil and Karen Bouvier.
Then use a big enough font for Frank.
Celine Bouvier has been playing soccer since she was 7 years old and has been on the NCCS varsity soccer team for 3 years. She hopes to attend the college of her dreams and pursue a career she can fall in love with for playing a long and happy life. The amount of appreciation and love I have for this team is unexplainable. Never have I been on a team that can pick me up, no matter what. I want to thank my team for everything they have done for me. They made my senior year of soccer the most fun and unforgettable year yet. My parents have always gone out of their way to shift their busy schedules around just so they can attend as many of my games as humanly possible. They have always supported me no matter what I do and have at all times encouraged me to do whatever I set my mind to. Thank you. Mom, for listening to me complain about being sore and feeding me after practice and washing my jerseys and always putting up with my smelly soccer bag. Thank you. Dad, for yelling as loud as possible from the sidelines so I could be sure to hear you from the field. I love you so much that I couldn't ask for a better set of parents. Thank you for always loving and supporting me. My amazing best friends have always been by my side and have always driven me to do the things that I only dreamt of doing. And I can't even begin to tell you how much that means to me. I know I wouldn't be where I am today without my parents, my friends, my boyfriend, and my team, and I really can't thank you enough for making who I am. Allie Cartier, daughter of Kim and Mike Cartier. I would like to start off by saying thanks to my parents. They have driven me to countless practices, came and supported me in every game, and even dealt with me after a bad game. And thanks to Zach for coming to all my home games, carrying my bag to the car, and even ball-boarding my game in the pouring rain. To the team, thank you for making my last year of soccer the best one. Mr. Supera, thank you for coaching me these last 4 years. And Skylar, Tiana, and Michaela, I couldn't have asked for a better bunch of girls to be playing defense with. And to the seniors, good luck next year. And it's hard to believe this is our last time playing on this field together. I'm going to miss you all next year.
Well, unfortunately, we can't see through the pole, so we can't see. Ask him to come out in the field more, huh? Cerise. Move on the field more.
Could we have the parents just move out a little further on the field so we can get a good shot from up here, please? Don't be bashful. Step right out there. Thank you. Cerise Dubois, daughter of Jamie Dubois. Cerise has been playing soccer for 7 years. This is her second year playing for the Northeastern Cougars. She intends on going to college full-time in hopes of becoming a physical therapist. I can't believe it's my senior year. This past season has been the best season of my life. Yeah, winning makes it good, but the people I had on my team made it great. Every single one of you have had such dedication and determination. I wish all seniors the best of luck in whatever they pursue after high school. As for the rest of the team, I hope you make next season as great as this one. I'm going to miss you all once this year is over. I'd just like to thank my best friend, Skylar Heater, for always being there for me and being such a big part of my life this past year. I would also like to thank my dad for going to my games and supporting me through everything. I love you both, and remember team, it's not over, we've still got sectionals. Amanda Harvey is the daughter of Rodney and Becky Harvey. She has 3 siblings, Morgan, Nicole, and Joshua Harvey. Amanda has been playing soccer for 9 years now. Soccer has always been her true passion and favorite sport since a young kid. She has been playing in varsity for 2 years now. She plans to study in a generalized study of passion while minoring in photography. I would like to thank my friends and family for all of their support throughout the years. To Jen, I know you're not an early riser, but I can't thank you enough for bringing me to morning practices on certain days. I love you, cousin. To Joe, you have been my rock whenever something during the soccer season didn't go quite right. You always told me to keep my chin up and keep smiling. I love you, Jane. To the boys' soccer team, it's always meant a lot to the team and me whenever you came to cheer us. Hearing you guys rooting for us is definitely the best feeling. Thank you, guys. To Mom, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me. Mike, thank you for all the rides to practice. You have always supported me in whatever I decided to do. You know and understand how much soccer has always meant to me. You paid for the voltage camp since 8th grade so I could become a better soccer player. I know sometimes it's cold, rainy, or windy, but knowing you're there taking pictures puts a smile on my face. I don't know what I'd do without you. I love you, Mom. To my team, you've been like a second family to me. I can't begin to recall the numerous amount of times my stomach has hurt from laughing. From collecting souvenirs on our long runs for coach, to somebody wiping me out during practice, and my constant mix-up of Katie to Maddie. It has been a season filled with enjoyable, hilarious moments. I cannot thank you ladies enough for making my last year at varsity so memorable. I wish you ladies the best of luck next year. I will miss you ladies incredibly. I love you ladies. Skylar Heater, daughter of Marcy and Kevin Hicks. Skylar has been playing soccer for 9 years. This is her 3rd year at varsity, and she plans on going to college for nursing and will hopefully one day become a pediatric nurse. Good evening, everyone. I have a lot of thanks to give, but I have to keep it limited. First off, I would like to thank all of our amazing fans for supporting us no matter what type of weather it is, or whether we're winning, losing, or resulting in a tie. Thank you to the Booster Club for doing everything you can and making sure you're open during our games and taking time out of your days to do stuff for us student athletes. Thank you to Calvin Caston for recording pretty much every single home sporting event that our school has. You're awesome. A special thanks to my coach, Mr. Superman, who not only pushed us and made us work hard, but he also made sure we had fun. He would do anything to make us laugh, and especially for not giving up on us and putting up with us as much as he did. Made my senior year unforgettable. Huge thanks to my parents, Marcy and Kevin Hicks. I couldn't have done it without you throughout the years. You both never gave up on me after all my injuries. You were right by my side, pushing me to do my best and supporting me at every single game you guys could. My dad, for sure, the loudest guy I know. I'm sure everyone on the field could hear you, even Mom, who is too embarrassed to sit with you because you're so loud and aren't afraid to speak your mind. Mom, you might not be the loudest, but it means the world to me to hear your voice cheering me. So thank you guys. Thanks to the big mouth number 2, my baby sister Haley. You made sure I heard you each and every game, always saying something positive, and thank you to my big brother Spencer for making me tough and always telling me I could do anything I put my mind to. Lastly, I would like to thank my teammates. You guys definitely made my last year playing as an NCCS Cougar the best, and I can't thank you enough. At every practice, you all made me laugh and knew what to say. When I was having a bad day, you all are amazing individuals. My fellow seniors, you ladies can do anything you set your mind to, and I wish you all good luck on your future paths. To the underclassmen, you guys rock. I'm glad I got the chance to play with each and every one of you. Always go your hardest and push yourself because your senior year will come quick. You all have become like my family, and I love every single one of you. Mallory Honan, daughter of Connie and Bill Honan. Mallory Honan has been playing soccer for 11 years, and this is her 5th year in varsity. She plans on majoring in animal science in college in preparation for her future plans of veterinary school. I want to thank my mom for her unconditional and never-ending support. It means the world to me, the amount of effort you put into always being at my games. I want to thank my dad for being my lifelong coach, always believing in me and making me take those 100 shots on each foot for all those years. Hey, it helped. Without my parents' support and coaching, I wouldn't be anywhere. To my team, it's been an amazing experience to play with you and an everlasting memory. Make sure the Cougars keep rocking the house. Miranda Bernard, parents Dale and Lisa. Miranda has been playing soccer for 12 years and has enjoyed every minute of it. I was lucky to have been coached by my father from mini mites up until modified. Ms. Hanfield was the coach of my modified and JV years while Mr. Superman coached me at the varsity level. I loved all my coaches and would like to thank them for all they've done. I would like to give special thanks to my parents for attending every one of my games. No matter if it was home or away, thank you for being my biggest supporters and for always being there. Dad, thank you for always helping out, whether it is to ball boarding or keeping book. And the girls and I always love and appreciate your loud encouragement on the sidelines. Now ladies, I know that everyone says that their senior year is their best year, but this seriously has been my favorite soccer season, thanks to all of you. I look forward to spending time with you guys every day, making crazy memories. And how easy we all get along is very rare. I'm really going to miss every one of you ladies. Thank you so much for making my last year a special one. Morgan Lavery, daughter of Larry and Nancy. I have been playing soccer for 5 years. I played on varsity for 2 years. I plan to go on to college to study occupational therapy. I would like to thank all my coaches that I've had, especially Mr. Supana, for these past years, both on JV and varsity. I would also like to thank my parents for always bringing me and picking me up for practices and the continued support throughout the years. And lastly, a huge thanks to all the girls on the team this year. You made my senior year one to remember. To my fellow seniors, it's been fun. Good luck in the future. And to those of you staying, enjoy it and good luck next year. Molly Roush, daughter of Mo and Chuck Roush. Molly Roush has been playing soccer for 13 years. This is her 4th season on varsity team. She plans to study physical therapy in the years to come while playing soccer on the side. I would first like to thank my parents for not only being my biggest fans, but my best friends. There was never a game where I didn't hear your voices cheering me on, even if I was playing the worst game of my career. No matter how bad a game was, you both always had something funny to say that put a smile on my face. I will never be able to thank you enough for everything you do for me, big or small. I just want you to know that every goal I have ever scored, whether it was pretty or ugly, was for you guys. Now for the team, what a season it has been. Even though it isn't even close to being over, from day one I knew we were special, in more ways than one. You guys have been like my second family for the last few months, driving me nuts, but making me laugh like crazy while doing it. Thanks for always having my back and for never letting me take no for an answer. Always remember that for me. No team will ever match up to this one. Thank you. Good luck, seniors.
And that's the senior night ceremony concluded. We have no time left for the second half. Good night, folks, and drive carefully.
I could be lying.
Does that say 0 or does that say
Where?
Oh, yeah.
World, isn't it?
Yeah. I've pushed a bunch of, somebody erased our score. You can put it back up if you like.
It's not like that.
Just make sure you start the clock. That's the most important thing. Okay, so we are back at it, folks, here for our second half of action.
I'm late for a second.
Yep, sure, no problem. Hang on just a second here. We got a little action. Here's a ball with Cerise Dubois with an opportunity in the box, but kicks it just a little bit too high. And didn't work. Oh, you broke it.
No.
Frankie was crying right over the score.
Oh, is that what it was?
I shorted the box.
Few tears in the box, and all right, here's a ball that's pushed into the box and comes all the way back out.
Give us 99 if you can't give us one.
The ball is pushed out of bounds, and we've got a Cougar throw in.
There we go.
Good job.
All righty.
Excellent.
Thanks, Joe.
Good job.
Well, I'm good on the light anyway.
It's hard to see them.
I didn't know the clock was in.
Here's the Hornets trying to clear the ball out. Trombley sends it back, but for Knight, but Leduc and Tucker converge on it. Ball goes out of bounds. It's a Hornet throw in.
On Skylar.
So if you joined us late, we're at a 1-1 tie here to begin the second half. And the goal scorers were number 3 Marley Curl for the Plattsburgh High Hornets and number 13 Mallory Honan for the Cougars of Northeastern Clinton.
I'll tell you what, it's nice having the paramedics here, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
We have an injured player.
Yep.
9 girls, 6 of them didn't put their parents' name.
Yeah.
I had to go get them.
All right, here's the Hornets. Get the ball deep in the box of the in the attacking zone of the Cougars, but McDonough is able to turn that back around and send it around. And the throw-in is going to go over the end line. So
They didn't give me their name.
My question, what are you doing?
No, they should have put.
Didn't say something about the parents?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I was doing one of the boys ones a couple of years ago, and none of them had their names in it. They're all standing out there waiting for me to talk. I'm out there interviewing all the boys out on the field before the whole thing started. I'm like, well, we're not going to just say
Come on, Katie.
mom and dad.
Go, Mallory.
So here's a ball that's sent back,
Good bounce.
and here's Honan.
Come on, one corner.
Honan with an opportunity, and that one's going to go just wide. So 2 breakaways by Mallory Honan, and didn't quite couldn't quite finish on that one, but the ball took a pretty decent bounce, came right up to her, and she beat Olivia Carlson into the box, but got pushed out at a pretty tough angle, and went for the far post and pushed it just a little bit wide. So nice opportunity there again for the Cougars.
Boy, gotta cash in there.
Definitely.
And here's Bouvier, sends one up for Honan. Honan pushes it back for Roush. Roush over for Bouvier. Bouvier tries to get it in the corner for, I guess that's LaValle. LaValle taps it off of a Hornet player,
Watch how she's holding.
Oh, yeah.
and it will result in a corner kick for the Cougars.
Oh, definitely.
So we get
Just watch those two. When they're
just about 4 minutes gone here in the second half.
contact.
Oh, yeah.
Just pick them two up.
That's where Nolan.
Roush will take the kick.
Good ball.
No, he didn't, and it's in the back of the net.
That's a beautiful ball.
Yes, sir.
Molly Roush delivers the ball over the head of Carly Neal, and Jenna LaValle was there to body it into the goal. So
Don't have to be pretty at all.
that was a nice service by Roush to get that ball over the head of Neal. And Jenna LaValle was in the right place at the right time and walks it into the goal. So the Cougars go up by a 2-1 lead here with just under 4 minutes gone in the second half. 3 minutes and 58 seconds to be exact.
Yeah, well, this could be a
So the Cougars very opportunistic here in the early going of the second half, and put themselves up by a 2-1 score, which you couldn't tell by the scoreboard, but it is 2-1.
Yeah, it is. Sooner or later,
Here's Roush.
You even like a rip shit down.
Pushes it into the middle.
Trying to move
I
the
should
ball.
you're making me nervous. Yeah.
Plus, he's got to yell at the referees
Then I got a ref.
and coach the girls and write down the score and change the
I
scoreboard.
better run in the ball.
Get you a clipboard. Yeah.
All right,
Keep track of all your jobs.
I'm telling you.
I know.
You want to talk about multitasking?
One job, Frank. I'm good. Run the line. Holler at the girls. I'm good to go.
And the refs. Then you don't have to worry about anything else.
No, I don't usually holler at the refs down there. They holler back. Shut up.
Yeah.
Here's Knight with an opportunity. She pushes one wide.
Oh, yeah.
Cartier gives chase. Knight gets around her, takes it down to the end line, overruns the ball, and still has it. A little bit of a tangle here, but no whistle. And McDonough comes away with it. She pushes it out just a little bit too far. Leclerc sends it back in, and Tucker sends it out, but this one comes right back to Tremblay. Tremblay's got a dangerous ball in the box, and that one hits the ground. Curl gets a shot off, goes off the post. It's still loose, and Paola does a nice job of covering up on that. Boy, there was a couple of golden opportunities there. Curl's shot went off the post, came back out, and I believe that is Hannah Leclerc, maybe. I'm not sure who the other midfielder was that got a foot on that ball, but didn't really get a whole lot of mustard on it, and Paola was able to turn back on it and dive on top of it. So the Cougars dodge a bullet there. The Hornets with a real good scoring opportunity when the Cougars failed to clear that ball out and send it out to the dangerous Tremblay, who was able to deliver that ball into the box.
She delivers at the stand. See the girl on the other side? Cougar goal scored by number 15, Jenna LaValle. Assisted by number 14, Molly Roush. Got it again, 2 girls over there.
Come on, right there.
Here's
Come on,
Ledoux.
Send it in.
Put it the other side. Other side.
Want any food? Want some meatball subs, fish beans, anything?
Bring it on.
sure.
I'll tell you what. A perfect Rob Roy.
And a six-pack.
I don't want a food, just a good Manhattan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Uh,
No, they only want something.
You want a meatball sub, Michigan?
yeah,
No,
sure.
I'm good.
Yep.
Sub sounds good.
Yeah,
Noodles
that
soup, too.
should bring up one of those meatball subs. That'd be great.
Tell her
2 subs.
to be ready.
One Joe and me. I don't know what those guys.
Yeah. Awesome. Here's McDonough working on against Curl. And McDonough comes away with the ball, sends it up, but once again, right out into the middle where Madison Trombley is, and here's LeClaire. And Roush comes over, but that one is a little bit too aggressive, so the whistle will blow. And here is an opportunity for with the Hornets, with Trombley, who's got a dangerous foot here from about 16 yards, or about 19 yards out. And Trombley is very capable of making this shot. Would surprise me if she did not put it on goal. And the kick will come in to the far post. And it skips right through everybody. Curl can't get a body on it. And Paola went down, but no call on that one. And Curl came in on that one. I'm surprised that Trombley did not put that one on goal, but it was certainly a good effort for good effort on the part of the Hornets here with about 9 minutes or 8 minutes, just over 8 minutes gone here in the second half, looking for the opportunity to knot the score back up.
Well, they missed the close one too. Could be 14.
Yeah. Should be at least 3.
And McDonough's kick is a little bit short.
That was logged net.
Leduc comes up, sends one forward, but here it comes back for Lyon. Lyon will chip it forward. Roush is the first one to it. And it gets knocked out of bounds, so be a Cougar throw in. Honan can't trap it, and Hornets come back the other way. Here's Curl, goes through her legs. Knight is there. She sends it down to the end line. She and McDonough battle for it. And it goes out of bounds. It will be a Cougar throw in.
Yeah.
She likes to jump in at her and then try to get the call.
This defender, she's a good defender.
Yeah.
Right there playing with her head.
Yeah.
She's good.
Olivia's good.
Yeah. She's stopped a lot
She's
of.
quick. Yeah.
And that throw goes into Trombley, who sends the ball to the back. This was tried to clear it out by Hebert, but not quite all the way out. Honan has it. She pushes it out for LaValle. LaValle waits for the ball, and Lyon steps up. Here's Hebert. That one gets blocked by the Hornets up front, and it comes in.
Put it up and over. They're pulled up, girls.
Yeah.
Send a long
Come on, you gotta send one over.
And LeClaire steps up for this one.
Come on, Matty.
Curl will push one down the line for LeClaire, but Roush comes back to cover up, and there's a whistle on the play.
Great. She said you better make
So
prescription pills.
once again, the Hornets with a set piece here. They've kept the pressure on from for the last 6 or 8 minutes here. Cougars have not had any kind of an offensive opportunity since the goal. Here's Trombley, sends it into the box. It's headed back out by Matat. Comes back for Trombley, but she waits on it. Matat kicks it out of bounds.
Send one over and let Mallory run for it.
Not only that, but it's just get them backed up.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the ball that comes in.
Come on.
Here's Cartier. Can't get it out to the center. Comes in for Knight. Knight gets a foot on it, but it comes all the way out for Trombley. She puts it in the box. The Hornets are doing some dangerous stuff here, and the Cougars better get that ball out of the zone because the Hornets are looking for the equalizer here, and they're not giving up.
Dump into the corner.
They're letting this ball. They're letting the Hornets take the play to them, and they may need to change that up just a little bit. This is Alexa Sorrell, who's in the contest now.
Come on, Russ.
Now here come the Hornets. This is Colby Lyon, who and she takes a swing, and I don't understand why she wouldn't get a yellow card at that. So
I don't know why you meet in the middle and talk capping.
and there's a ball that's sent over, but Duquette makes a nice play there.
Come on, Matty. Come on, Matty.
Trombley sends it back, and it's sent forward.
Oh, come on. Look at she's got her shoulder right in her back.
It's advantage.
And that one goes forward, but back the other way. We got a lot of back and forth action here, but nobody really got any kind of offensive organization happening here. A lot of midfield jostling. So the Hornets with a restart right at midfield with an even 28 minutes to go here in the second half. And that ball comes all the way to the 18. It's headed over by Curl, but it's going to roll over the end line for a goal kick. Jeez, look what we got coming. All right, that ball comes back in. This is Curl.
Come on.
She sends one into the box. Paola kind of nonchalanted it. She might have wanted to take one more step at that one. Keep some of us from getting too nervous. But Brooke Knight was there, and the ball rolled back to Paola, who covered up. So once again, as I mentioned before, the Hornets are been doing all the possessing and have the opportunities here. I don't know that this is exactly what Coach Supernaw had in mind, because these Hornets are a dangerous team, and if they keep letting them have these offensive opportunities, I could tell you that the ball's probably going to end up in the back of the net.
You don't think this is Coach Supernaw's plan?
If it is, I don't agree with it. I'm not. I don't pretend to know what he's thinking, but all I can tell you is that I don't know
That's it.
that it's
First to it.
the smartest thing to be doing at this point of the game. And that one jumps over the foot of Madison Tremblay and goes out of bounds.
I'm sure if he had his druthers, he'd rather have it at the other end.
Okay. I'm guessing you're probably right. This one comes in the middle.
Come on, clear it out.
And it's going to be another Hornet throw-in.
Front one, you gotta go get it.
You're letting the defenders and their midfielders get a little bit too much space. Roush finally comes back, gains control, but only briefly, and it's sent back. Pushed to the back line. Hebert is there. Gets it into the middle for Roush. Roush finally turns it around, gets it out towards midfield, but it's turned back around by the Hornets. Here's Roush again. That one gets blocked. Another one gets blocked. That's all right. Number 13 is Nye, and that one's going to end up being a corner kick. So Hornets with another opportunity here as we close in on 25 minutes to play here in the second half. Cougars need to see if they can get themselves charged up here a little bit to take the pressure off, because once again, not getting a very comfortable feeling about how this last 10 minutes has unfolded.
That's it.
And that one's booted out towards
Come on, Katie, run
midfield.
right to it.
Matat and Leclerc battle for it.
Come on, Katie, send it up.
Yeah, Matat wins that battle. She gets to it first, pushes it down the left side, and Duquette runs over to it. Matat battling for it, and it goes over the end line. And we better stop that clock, please. That will no doubt end up some of the.
You did say stop that, right?
And number 4, Sierra Duquette, will pick up the yellow card for the extracurricular activity. All that action was after the ball went out of bounds, so the Hornets will still get the opportunity of the goal kick. Did you write that down?
Yes. Yes.
And I did get the ruling on the yellow card in the first half. That was for unsportsmanlike conduct as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I doubt that.
Hard to believe. Hard to believe, but that's what the referee. Matat's going to get a shot off, but that one's going to be nowhere near. Doesn't get.
Yeah, Molly.
Thought it was deflected, but the referees didn't see it that way. Either that or it was deflected by a Cougar player because they awarded a goal kick.
Come on, first to it. Good job, Alan. Come on now. Don't give him a chance.
So the Cougars have turned things around here very slightly, but at least taking a little bit of the pressure off.
That's it.
Here's Matat, giving it for Roush. Nice give and go. Matat, once again, takes it down the left side. And Nye comes down to defend, and that will end up as a corner kick. So Cougars with another offensive opportunity.
All right, give us a chance to play it here.
Come on, Mom. Come on, Mom.
Honan with the kick.
Up front. Somebody get up front.
Comes outside the 18. Cleared by one of the Hornets, and it goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in. Throw goes all the way into the box. No white shirts there. Gets knocked down by LaValle, but Honan comes up with the ball. She goes down. No whistle there. Leduc is there, but Knight comes back to cut it off. She has the ball come off of her foot. Ball is sent back for Miller, but she wasn't really ready for it. Turns around, sends it back into the center. That's Anna Hewitt, who's in a contest for the Hornets. And ball gets sent forward by Hebert. Also, Ashley Carper is number 11 into the contest.
What's going on? Here's his cookie tray.
We haven't called her name yet tonight.
I don't like cookies.
Yeah. Well, they're going to make their way up to the booth. I haven't finished my dinner, but I could always get dessert beforehand.
Shannon, don't forget up in the bowl.
Here's Hebert. Sends it up. And Roush and Matat try to combine, but doesn't happen. Okay, looks like it's going to be a foul called on the Cougars, so the Hornets will get a free kick with 21 and a half to go here in the second half. So after that 10-minute barrage by the Hornets, the Cougars have switched things up a little bit and put a little offensive pressure on, but it doesn't mean that that's going to stay that way, because here come the Hornets, but that one gets lobbed into towards the goal mouth. Paola has it played perfectly and corrals that one. And she will get it going back the other way. Puts it in the middle. Here's Honan. Looking to turn. She gets against Carlson, but just a little bit too far, and Lyons there to turn it back around the other way. And we have a feet get mixed up, and curl goes down. It will result in a free kick for the Hornets. Once again, the dangerous Madison Tremblay will take this from just outside the corner of the box. And she puts the ball on goal, and that one hits the post, and Hornets can't get a foot on it, so Roush finally corrals it and sends it out. Sent over for Matat.
Send it up!
Matat sends one in for Honan, but kind of went off the side of her foot. Honan gets to it first. Sends it in for Matat. Matat at the top of the box. Matat takes the shot. Neal makes the nice stop.
Good shot.
Matat looking top shelf, but kicked it right at the keeper, and Carly Neal comes up big. So nice play by Mallory Honan to set up Katie Matat at the top of the box, and she brought it into the 10-yard line and unleashed a pretty decent shot to the top half of the goal, but Carly Neal was equal to the task. So with just under 20 minutes to play here in the second half, the both teams swapping great scoring opportunities end to end here in the last minute, with Tremblay rattling one off the post and it on a direct kick, and Katie Matat misfiring or Carly Neal actually making a beautiful play here at the other end. So the fans are getting their money's worth tonight, Calvin.
Every penny.
Yeah. And that one will roll back.
The fans spent their money last night, $850 in the concession stand.
Is that right? There were a lot of people here last night. Did you stay for the fire?
No,
No.
Yankees were playing.
Oh, they were.
Yeah. Well, not really.
How'd that turn out?
Yankees didn't show up.
How'd that turn out?
They didn't show up, but
I see.
they were scheduled.
Right. There's an opportunity for number 12. That's Anna Hewitt. We called her name earlier, and not able to get any kind of a shot off. So. We have not, I was going to say, we had not seen Sierra Duquette come back in the game until just now. But that may be because they didn't have the opportunity, although they did. Roush and
Come on, Joe. Keep going.
Cougars with another throw in at midfield.
Good job.
Nice play by Tremblay, who's backed up to the sweeper position. Duquette on the bench, but they have switched positions now, and Duquette is up at the up in a more offensive position. Tremblay has moved back to the sweeper spot. Here's LaValle. LaValle's going to get a shot off, and that one's going to go wide of the net and roll over the end line for a goal kick.
Good job. Good thought, though. Nice pass. I'll leave.
A little over 17 minutes to play here in the second half. Evenly. Yeah, and there's going to be a whistle on that play.
Over there. No doubt about it. Better there than otherwise.
So Hornet restart now with the clock winding down. Seeing if they can't.
A lot of winding to do.
It's still got a lot of winding to do, but it's still running. The Cougars weathered that
Go, Katie,
10-minute piece. And that's going to go against the Hornets, so we're going to have a
little mixed emotion on that.
Yeah.
the Cougars will have a free kick right at midfield. Roush boots this one up. Matat has it, loses it briefly, and it's cleared out by Leclerc.
Just pick it up, White.
By Nye.
Ball, just pick it up.
Yeah.
And throw it in. They don't know.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. That deflected off that.
They
You
called
just
it.
grab it, pick it up. They don't say.
There's a
no.
ball in the center.
Come on, come on, come on. Someone
Not cleared out right away by the Hornets. Hebert keeps it in.
Come on.
There's a ball that's
Good ball.
sent wide for LaValle. LaValle kind of overruns it. It's a low shot in. Matat was
Yeah.
about 5 yards offside on that play, but had the presence of mind to be in the right place.
She was all by herself.
Yeah, all by herself. She either slipped in behind him or the Hornets wisely pulled her offside. But either way, it was a nice pass by LaValle to get it in the center. But unfortunately, Matat was in a offside position. So
There, nice
That's it, Allie.
it sure got the fans on their feet either way. So Sierra Duquette has actually moved up to the front line here for Coach Mulligan. So he's definitely
Come on,
looking
Jed,
to
touch it.
rolling the dice, seeing if he can't
Good job, Tiana.
somehow get that equalizer in the next 15 minutes.
Yes. Yeah.
Leduc pushes it to the back line.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Tremblay is there. Tucker has it.
Now that you leave. Come on, Maddie. Come on, Maddie.
And she gets the ball taken away from her by Nye.
No. Oh.
And she then goes down. So that will result in a free kick.
You know, there's been a lot of fouls.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a rough game.
Seriously?
This is a rough
There's
game.
been a lot of whistles. Why don't they basketball?
Yeah, it is. Go, Katie.
Matat. Sonic will
Do
put
it,
the
Celine.
forward.
Good job. All right.
Bouvier turns it around. Hornets will have a throw in.
All these girls. How PHS hasn't scored that many goals? They almost scored like 16 goals all year. In paper goals. They haven't scored that many goals. Yeah. I'll tell you what, we're losing 9 seniors.
Yeah.
13 on the boys team.
Yeah.
That's a lot of kids to lose in 1 year, but fortunately they got a good JV program, so
I guess with the boys coming up.
yeah, I understand that. Shouldn't be much of a problem then next year.
And he's got a decent group return.
Sure.
Well, he's pretty deep, you know.
Yep. That ball hops over the head of Nye. She gets a foot on it, sends it over the end line. It's going to be a goal kick.
Right.
Come on.
That's the
Better get it,
beat to the
better
ball
get it.
right there. That's not-
Crow steps in front of that goal kick and
Yeah.
Definitely more than just beat her to it.
hits it back. And
You gotta get it all outside.
Paola had to come up and grab
Get it
that ball.
outside, use the corners, and that's where
Come
all
on,
the space
Taylor.
is. Everything's in the middle.
Rabidoo.
Put her
Maddie,
in the
send it
corner.
up.
Send it.
Tucker.
Boy, we're not getting some good feet on it at all.
There's good hustle.
Roush finally comes through with it, but yeah, I don't understand the necessity for that. Roush will throw it in. Goes over the head of the defense.
Right to the net.
Right to the net. Come on. Now send it.
This is Matat. Takes the shot.
He's saving it.
Neal with a great save there. And Matat went for the short side and
Nice shot.
put
Save.
a good charge into it. But Carly Neal made a nice save there. Pushes it out of bounds for a corner kick with just under 12 minutes to play here in the second half. Great opportunity there by Katie Matat, who brought it in. Had quite a bit of support out front too, and opted for the short side. But Carly Neal was able to cut that down. Cartier sends it in the middle. Here's Matat. Turns around and puts a left-footed shot just wide of the far post. So two great shots on goal there by the youngster here in the last minute or so. And
10 minutes.
this is what this is probably more of what Coach Supernaut had in mind in his second half strategy.
First to it. Come on.
And that ball sent forward. Tucker is there. Gets it taken off her foot.
Good job, Allie.
Cartier steps up, sends it into the middle. Honan was a little late, couldn't quite get to it. Carlson kind of shanks it off her foot. Matat and Lyons battle for it. No whistle there, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Hornet throw in.
Be right in front of them.
Well, what I'll tell you is it's shoulder to shoulder.
Shoulder to shoulder.
50 to 50, 51-49.
Yep.
You'll hear that from the refs the whole game.
Yeah, here we come with more stuff.
Sure. Wait, we only have 3. We got 4 people up here. It's all right. I'll
Good
give
job,
it.
Maddie.
Tucker sends it back. Duquette has it.
Hey,
Yes.
Joe, you take that one.
Thank you. Well, I get.
I don't need one. I don't need one.
Warm chocolate? I'll get one more if I need one.
It's all right.
No, I'm good.
You ready? Get my message?
I did, ding dong.
That's it, Skylar. Come on, Molly.
On TV.
You want
Okay.
this one, Dale?
Here's
No,
Bouvier.
I don't want to. No.
She loses control, but Roush comes back and handles it. Sends it over for
You
Matat.
want coffee?
Matat.
No, I don't want to.
She's going to take another shot.
This one?
No.
And that one
No,
scoots over the end line, and that's going to end up being a goal kick.
Thank you.
Love you.
We all love you.
Yeah, we love you. Bring more food. We love you.
You have to be right home.
It's not the lover about her. She keeps bringing food.
Oh no, I have a truck.
You got your truck.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I can't remember last time I was at home. That's smart. I haven't been back home since, I don't know.
Good job, Allie. Come on, Skylar. Right there.
Here's LaValle. Chips one forward.
Score again.
Come on.
Gets through, and
Right
here's
here.
Honan.
Oh.
Honan kind of falling down, got under that one a little bit, and lifted it over the top of the net. So Cougars not content with that one goal lead, and they're looking to put the pressure on, or keep the pressure on here with
This ball right here.
cranking down to 9 minutes left here in the second half.
Saw a couple girls in the far
So looks like Duquette's going to go back on the back line. She hadn't done a whole heck of a lot up on the
Oh, there's a
front.
ball.
No,
Mallory.
And Duquette comes up and covers up her mistake.
That's Skyler.
Here's Hebert, Tucker. Matat has it.
Changed, I'll tell you.
That's good. Keep it.
And she beats LeClaire. But
Yours, Skyler, run
covered
to
up
it.
there by
That's
Carper, no, 21 is Senecal.
Come on, Molly.
Here's Roush, content to send one into the box. Duquette sends it back the other way. That one is played by LeDuc. Here's Nye. Tucker is all over that one.
That's dangerous.
Can't play the ball on the ground. Yeah.
Good time.
Good job,
Referee
good job,
Lambert
good
has
job,
that
Molly.
all under control.
Take 8 minutes.
It'd take her about at least
7.5, I think.
30 seconds to get that ball set properly.
Go up and spin it, grab it.
Tie your shoe.
Yeah.
And then switch kickers. Let somebody else take the kick.
Yeah.
So this one will go out of bounds. Be a throw in for the Cougars. We got
Throw in the corner. Throw in the corner.
8 minutes to play here in the second half.
You gotta commend this ball boy here, Joe.
What?
Throw in the corner.
He's
Just throw
worked
down
hard.
the wing.
Oh, he's done a great job. That's Callan Dusso from the varsity
Made a
team.
mistake. Here we go.
I think, yeah, we usually do comment on the ball boys one way or the other. No, tonight, Mr. Dusso has been right on the Johnny on the spot.
Come on, Jenna. Come on, Jenna.
Who's on the other
Ball
side?
right there.
Who's on the other side?
Oh, just
LaValle overruns that.
send it in, son.
Here's Bouvier
Good
trying to
hustle.
get her foot on it.
All right.
Comes back out to the middle of the field.
Good
Wow.
job.
McDonough's the first one there.
Balls right now, I'll tell you.
And
Come on, Molly.
Tremblay shoves Bouvier out of the way.
There we go.
Nice
Roush
shot.
pushes one
Well
wide.
done.
Tucker tries to cut it back inside, gets for Honan. Honan is double teamed there. Tremblay takes it off her foot, and it stays with the Cougars.
There you go.
Matat
Yeah,
takes
there's a
another
corner.
whack on it, and if that rolls over the end line, that should be a corner kick. And it is. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in the second half.
Come on, one right here. One right here. See what minutes.
Now the shoe tying comes in.
That's all right.
Roush will put this ball in play.
That's a
Hooks
pretty
it into
ball.
the
That's
box.
a pretty ball. Come on.
Comes down. Cartier gets a knee on it,
Good
but
try.
not able to advance it towards the net, and it was cleared out by Tremblay. Here's Bouvier, tries to turn it back in, but goes out of bounds. Hornets with a throw in. Comes all the way back for Michaela McDonough, who puts it in the center. Roush one times it, but Duquette is there.
That's it, Skyler. Run right through it.
Here's Hebert. Matat has it. She's ganged up on. And it goes out of bounds. Be a Cougar throw in.
6 minutes.
Just run and pick it up.
Yeah. Wait till they go. Yeah.
Reach that or something like that. Ball goes out of bounds. Just run and pick it up. Use the button. Be surprised the balls you get.
Yep. We gotta hustle back. Hustle back.
Sent down. Knight's first one there, but goes off of her foot and out of bounds. So Cougars will have a throw in.
Take your time, Mama. Take your time. That's it. Go right back where you want. Come on, Mallory.
Roush with the throw. And that one gets headed out.
That's it, Molly. Take your time. Never in a rush.
She's pretty smart about that.
Got 5 minutes remaining here in the second half.
Good job, Katie.
Matat.
Oh, get by.
It gets broken up
Let
by
it go. Let it
Duquette.
go. There.
Once again, it goes out of bounds.
Throw it down that space. It'll go off them again.
Oh.
Oh, let it
This
go
one
by
goes
you.
out of
Hey.
goes off of Honan and then goes out of bounds.
Let it go by and
Yeah.
run after.
Yeah, they're all turned. Usually gets the ball back.
Roush
There.
handles it,
There
sends
you
one
go.
over the head of Carlson.
There, see?
Duquette is there, and pushes it out of bounds, and we got a substitution.
Let her go.
This is when Josie Gilroy would be putting a sub up there just as soon as one would come off. Put another one up there at the line, sub all the way across the field.
Oh, yeah.
That one goes out of bounds. Be another Hornet throw in. Girl goes down, sends the ball down the right side for Knight. Knight looking to get by McDonough. McDonough catches up to her, and the ball goes out of bounds.
That's a tough call.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not, Jerry.
It ends up being
That's not a call. No. She orange hit it out.
looks like it's going to be a corner kick for the Hornets here with 3.5 to go here in the second half.
That's why I said it's going to be a tough call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark up. Mark up. They got a lot coming in.
That ball gets punched into the back of the goal.
She hit it in.
So Curl sends the ball in high, and Paola goes up to punch it out and kind of got it off the side of her hand and knocks it in the back of the goal. 15 seconds to go in the contest. Haley McLaughlin puts the
Come on, Molly. Come on, Molly.
puts the Hornets up on
Come on,
top.
Molly.
Here's Roush, pushes one out for Honan. Honan has it. She's going to turn around, send one into the middle. Matat has it with some space. She's taking a shot, but Neal is right there.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Hornets goal, scored by number 7, Haley McLaughlin.
Here's Tucker. Sends the ball back over, and
It was wrong.
it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cougar throw-in.
I have to watch that on Calvin's and see that.
Yeah, she did.
Roush sends it forward.
Go get it.
Here's Tucker. And it comes into the
Keep
middle.
going. Keep going.
And the ball is sipped to the back line.
Come on, Michaela.
McDonough is the first one to it. She sends it up, and it's kept in by Dubois.
There we go.
Sends it forward for Matat. It's knocked back the other way.
That's it.
2 minutes.
Here's Honan with it. Honan sends it in for Matat. Matat one times it, but Carlson is there to, I'm sorry.
Come on, Skylar, right through it.
That was Senecal, made a nice defensive play.
Come on, Celine.
So Bouvier makes a nice play. And
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, Jerry.
that's a pretty tough call right there.
Oh, that was terrible. That was terrible. She looked her.
That's a tough one right there.
Said that one was a tough one. That was wrong.
We sent that one forward and goes out of bounds. So the Hornet throw in. Pops over the head of Brooke Knight, and McDonough sends it back upfield. Scoots by Dubois. It'll be a Hornet throw in. We got a minute to play here in the second half.
Come on, come on.
59 seconds away from stupid overtime, as Calvin likes to call it.
Watch it. So bring this ball across.
Here's Tremblay, sends one across, but it goes back the other way.
Come on.
Bouvier once again kicks it out of bounds. Matat heads it forward.
Go, Shreves.
And this one comes back for Duquette. Hebert has it.
Send it.
Sends it
Come
over
on,
for Roush.
Come on. Come on.
Here's Honan.
Come on.
Gets one
Come on,
by.
Mallory. You got to make good on one of these.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well,
So the horn sounds to end the 80 minutes of regulation time here at Northeastern Clinton Central. We have got a 2-2 tie. We head into 2 full 10-minute overtimes. Are we rolling? We are rolling. Okay, folks. Get ready for overtime here at Northeastern Clinton Central School. This is the start of the first of 2 10-minute overtimes. No golden goal stuff here. This is all get what you get. Number 20 is Alexis Lamora. And McDonough makes a nice defensive play there. Comes all the way back. Carlson kicks it back. Here's Roush with some space. She gets by Knight. Sends one long. Honan has it. Honan will send it into the box. Matat again offside. Pretty close call there, and Honan sets up Matat once again in the box, but she gets called for being a step offside.
Oh, there's a girl right with her.
Yeah. Yeah, she just beat her to it.
Nice pass by good centering pass by Mallory Honan to set up Katie Matat, and that's the second time Matat's put one behind Neil, but both times offside. So unfortunately, neither one of those counts. And Bouvier trying to get to this one. Tucker comes up with it, sends this one wide for Honan. Honan has Duquette. And she's going to loft one, and that's going to go wide of the net. And that will be a goal kick for the Cougars, or for the Hornets, I'm sorry. So the first minute and a half here of this overtime. Cougars with a couple of shots on goal early. So looking like they want to keep this pressure up and maybe get one behind Neil early on just to kind of fuel the fire a little bit. Honan gets past this one, but nice play there by Duquette to cut that off. And this one comes over for Matat on the right side, left side. She hooks this one up. That's going to go past the goal, and Honan or LaValle gives chase, but it goes over the end line, and that will be a goal kick.
Frank, you got any more cough drops in your? I thought it was getting a little dry.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know why. It might be. Oh no, Jesus. I got.
This one comes back for Bouvier.
Well,
Hebert tries to send it forward. Roush does. Duquette clears it out.
You're good man.
yeah. Just gotta remember I got one pocket. Speaking of remember, I got a ball in the blue box.
And Bouvier sends this one back in the other way. There's a ball in the center. Roush hits a nice ball for Honan. Honan takes the shot, goes over Neil's head, and puts the ball over Carly Neal's head. She got a hand on it, but she started out to cut the angle down and thought better of it. Stopped a little short. Honan puts a charge into it and hits it over the top of her head and in the goal.
You made some good saves.
So Honan with the goal, Roush with the assist. And ironically enough, I think there was like X02 on the clock on more than one goal tonight.
Really?
I think so. This one was at 2:58 into the first overtime period, and I think if you check the scorebook, I think there's going to be a couple of 58s. We could check with the scorekeeper, but then that would add something else to this long list of things that he has to do.
I want to get home tonight.
Huh?
I want to get home tonight.
Yeah, right. Push him over the top. So, anyway, it's just an observation on my part. We don't necessarily need to back it up
Yeah, you
or
do know it's 3-2 tonight.
anything like that. So.
And the score isn't up there yet?
No, not yet. Now it is. But he has to write stuff
Yeah, you
down.
guys just leave me alone. That would be all right. You know?
I don't think that's going to happen. I wouldn't hope for that. All right, the ball goes back for Michaela McDonough. She's got Brooke Knight pestering her. But Knight still has the ball. And she sends one into the middle. Leduc comes over and sends it back out, but Trombley puts it back in. Here's Hebert. And Cartier pops one into the middle. Probably not the wisest thing, but
Come on.
Hebert is there. And this one comes up.
Come on, Molly. Come on, Johnny.
Now LaValle battles for it. She gets shoved off the ball. And
Make a run.
Gives a pass right to Honan. This one comes up for Matat. Nicely played there by
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Leclerc.
Come on. Come on, Katie.
Here's Matat. She gets by Duquette, puts it in the middle, but Leclerc is there and stop the clock. It looks like Matat's going to draw the yellow card.
That's what happened.
Boy.
Cougar goal scored by number 13, Mallory Honan. Assisted by number 14, Molly Roush. And during all that hoopla, Katie Matat gets sent off with the yellow card.
Another one.
Gotcha.
So we got 5 minutes and 26 seconds to play here in this first of two overtimes.
Starts to report tomorrow.
They have to report these to the league officials, do they? Or to somebody?
Report it to the AD. Everybody gets a piece of it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I had to do one last night myself.
Come on, Molly. Come on, Molly.
Here's Roush. She gets bumped, but the Cougars end up with the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Nope.
After a certain amount of cards is a penalty or something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Here's Tremblay sends it forward, but Leduc is there. She sends it forward. LaValle bodies it past. Duquette comes up and plays it. She and LaValle battle for it.
She's tough, that girl. She's tough.
And Bouvier kicks it out of bounds.
You hear her play, do a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Here's a ball that's sent down the left side. Curl is there, but Cartier kicks it out of bounds.
Oh, you're going to push it up.
I'll bet anything that's Hector's doing.
Probably.
Okay. I'll have to ask.
Come on, girls. You get me each other's way.
Another Hornet throw in. So Hornets have been keeping the pressure on here, trying to once again not to score up. And we've got just under 4 minutes to play here in the first overtime.
Oh, run up field here.
Watat comes back in off the bench.
Come on.
This one comes into the center. Roush has it. Tries to send it forward. Gets kind of deflected there. Senecal has it go off her foot.
Come on, Katie.
Matat, fresh off the yellow card, comes up with the ball. Sends it past. And I guess it must have rolled out of bounds, so it'll be a Hornet throw-in.
Stay on her. Muscle it. They like to play it off the foot.
Here's Knight. Takes it to the end line and whiffs on it, so that's going to be a goal kick.
She played a nice swap, didn't she? Huh? She played a nice swap, didn't she? Trying to get the ball. Come on. First two.
Tremblay heads it back in. This time Roush gets a foot on it.
Come on, Katie.
Matat goes down and no whistle there.
Come on, nothing.
This one gets sent out to the right side. That is Anna Hewitt over there on the right wing. Here's Tremblay trying to push it past. Tucker is there. Gives it for Cartier. Cartier pushes it up for Matat. Matat in the center for Honan. Honan's got LaValle with her.
Make a run. Make a run.
LaValle's got just one defender to beat.
Jenna.
Puts it out a little bit too far ahead of her. And Duquette pushes it out of the way. It's too late now.
2 minutes. Take your time. Take your
You gotta warn me 5 seconds before, not 5 seconds after.
I did. I said 2 minutes. 2:07.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I didn't hear you. Here's LaValle with an opportunity, but she can't get her foot on it, and Senecal clears it out towards midfield. Leduc has it. she's going to pop one into the middle. Here's a good ball for Honan. Honan has it at the top of the box, sends it in, but Duquette is there to square it up and set it back the other way.
Come on, girl, 1 minute.
She's a good defender.
And that one goes over the head of Cartier, all the way back for McDonough. And she sends it up. Here's a nice ball for LaValle.
Come on, Jenna.
LaValle can get her foot on it and goes off the line. It's going to be a corner kick with an even 1 minute to play.
Yeah, use the whole minute. Come on, gang.
Take our time, yep. Take our time.
Then bury one.
Roush will get this set up.
Yep, then bury one.
And she will take the kick. Puts it low and in the box. Gets kicked back out by Tremblay, and she'll now have 30 seconds on the throw-in. Comes in for Honan. Honan gets double teamed down there, and she and Tremblay battle for it. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Shoot it.
5, 4,
Shoot it.
3, 2, 1. So the horn blows and the first of two 10-minute overtime periods. The Cougars on a goal by Mallory Honan take the 3-2 lead into the second overtime. So
Side. Yeah. That weakens them in the back.
all right, here we go, folks, for the second overtime period.
But it strengthens them right here, see?
And this is Sierra Duquette, who Coach Mulligan has moved up to the front line. See if they can provide a little offense. Tried this at the either the end of the first half or the beginning of the second half, and didn't amount to a whole heck of a lot.
She's got the speed.
And moved Tremblay to the back line, but once again didn't really pan out for them, as they got, I think, pretty much zero scoring opportunities out of that. That was sort of in a time when the Cougars were pressuring pretty hard. But anyway, this is what we got. Shot by Roush from way out, just to keep Carly Neal honest. So the Cougars will once again see what they can do about holding down this Hornet offense. That one skips by Leclerc,
Got to see the other way.
and it's popped over. Honan tries to control, but Tremblay has it. Hebert sends it back in, but right to Tremblay. Tremblay tries to send one pass. It goes by Cartier, but she's the first one to it. She and Nye battle for it. And it comes into the center. Bouvier comes to curl, and McDonough is able to send it forward.
There's trouble with it.
This is
That's it.
Leclerc.
There you go.
Matat steals it from her, takes it in
Pull that defender
to
to
the top of the box, gives it for Honan. Honan has it skip under her foot. LaValle kind of runs around it. Lyons takes a stab at her, then pushes her off the ball.
You can't jump.
And LaValle then finally gets one into the box, but Tremblay does a nice job of defending there and gets to the ball before Honan can get anything going on it. Here's Matat with Leclerc on her. Gets sent over and pushed up to the front line. McDonough's the first one to it.
Hockey game out there.
Yeah. And this one comes up for LaValle. LaValle and Curl are battling. And the ball goes out of bounds. We got Hornet throw in. We've got a minute and a half gone, or 2.5 minutes gone in this second overtime. Here's Hebert. Pushes it forward.
be close.
And that one comes all together at the same time. The ball is loose. Honan is there. She touches it into the goal. And,
There's the goal, right?
No, he
I'm
called her
not
offside. I don't know.
How could she be offside?
Is that a goal or is it not a goal?
No goal.
Apparently it's not a goal. The clock should be running. The clock should be running. The clock should be running. Thank you. I'm not sure how, like, she could have been offside, but
Ball's right. I don't know.
All she did was run it in that.
I don't think that. I think he called. I don't know, but probably. Who knows? Okay, here's the goal scorer, McLaughlin, and she's going to get a shot off, and that's going to come back to Paola, who catches it on one hop.
Huh?
Yeah, it might have been goalie interference. It's difficult to tell from. I doubt you could have called her offside. I'm not sure how. But the ball was,
That's on goal line.
on the goal line. Yeah, it's kind of hard to be offside when the ball's on the goal line.
There you
Valley
go.
steals the ball from Tremblay,
3-on-1. Come on.
and she's going to take the shot, and it's in the back of the net. Jenna LaValle from the right side goes far corner and beats Carly Neal high and to the far post and puts the Cougars up by a 2-goal score here with 6:22 to go in the second overtime. LaValle with her second goal of the game puts the Cougars up by a pretty formidable margin. However, they had a 2-goal lead earlier, and we'll see what this one happens. So LaValle with the goal, Honan with the assists, and puts the Cougars up by a 2-goal lead here with 6:22 to play here in the second.
That's a whole different game.
I absolutely agree with you. She being up front has not paid him any dividends whatsoever, and I think both.
Oh my God.
And here's an opportunity for the Hornets, but Paola comes up big on that one and covers up with all the Hornets bearing down on her. So they're not willing to go away just yet. And I'm going to agree with you, Frank, that in the first half, or the last time that he moved her up, they had like 0 scoring opportunities on the Hornet side, and then I believe the Cougars actually scored a goal. And now we've got a kick, direct kick for the
Get on the line.
Cougar goal scored by number 15, Jenna LaValle. Assisted by number 13, Mallory Honan. So with 5:20 to go, here's Tremblay, puts one on in the box. A couple players go down.
Put it out in space.
McDonough is the one that gets to it first, and she sends it to the out to midfield. Ball goes up in the air. This is Duquette, and Roush battling for it. Roush is going to get a whistle for that. That was a tough call there as Nye goes down, but Tremblay once again will have the opportunity. These are always dangerous because she can
She ain't gonna miss twice.
See the girls.
she can rocket this one, and here it comes, and Paola taps it out of the way this time, and it's still on the end line. Everybody's just kind of standing around, but Tucker comes out and plays it, and McLaughlin kicks it off of Tucker out of bounds, so it's going to be a corner kick for the Hornets. We got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this contest. And the ball comes into the box, hits the ground, a whole gaggle of people in there, and it finally gets cleared out. Roush puts a foot on it and clears it out towards midfield.
Come on, Katie. Come on, Katie.
Don't run by. There you go.
Matat battles for it. LeClaire and Matat are battling for it hard.
White throw.
And anyway, the Cougars get the ball back, and Matat gets stripped, so the Cougars will have a free kick. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. I think Roush will be in no great hurry to get this one restarted. She had to find exactly where the foul happened first, and then set the ball just right. I think her shoe's untied, but she's going to play on without that. She kind of dubs it into the center.
Good job.
Here's Honan, and she takes the shot, but Carlson blocks it.
Come on, Jenna.
There's LaValle. She's got an opportunity, but Lyon comes over and kicks it out. Be a corner kick. And this one should take a little bit of time off the clock as well, with 3 minutes showing on the clock.
Molly's gonna jog over there. That's good. Take your time. Don't pull up too much, girl.
Roush sets the ball, brings it in, and it's in the net.
It's in the net. Who hit that, man?
I don't think anybody touched it on the Cougar
Yeah, I
side.
think so. Somebody did. I think
It hit somebody's foot and went in. It hit right on their foot,
Did
I
it?
think.
All right, we're going to find out here in a minute.
Maybe direct. Is it a direct kick?
It is a direct kick. That's what I thought. No, there wasn't any white shirts in there, so.
Wow.
So Roush gets the goal right off of the corner kick and puts the Cougars up by a 3-goal lead with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in what has turned out to be a pretty exciting second overtime.
What about scoring in overtime?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about 4 goals being scored. That's only 3, but it's only 3. Now, looks like Coach Mulligan is emptying his bench to get some of his reserve players in to see a little bit of action. Thinking that he's just about ready to wave the white flag.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Mallory and Molly out. Get them out of there. Kiwi.
There's a couple of them, all kinds of players shifting in and out.
There we go. There we go.
Morgan Rabbit, who's back in the game. Miranda Menard.
Mallory's in.
Uh,
Yeah, there we go.
Amanda Harvey. He's putting all the seniors back in to finish off the contest, just as he did to start the contest. Also, a few players off the bench for Coach Mulligan. Number 2 is Hannah LeClaire. She's been in the contest before. Number 18 is Kaylee Boyer. Number 6 is Kelly Cantwell.
Bowman.
And I'm not sure if there's any more, but if there are, I'll try to get their names yelled out. Cougar goal scored by number 14, Molly Roush. The goal was an assisted. And that one rolls all the way back. I'm not going to forget the 2-minute thing, okay? Thank you very much for everybody reminding me.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And Roush sends this one back. It's rolling back towards the end line. Trombley's going to get to it first. She beats Rabideau on the turn. Brings it up, gets it through the legs of Menard, and then sends it up towards midfield, but Roush is there, who's moved back into a defensive posture. Here's McDonough. She pushes it back into center, turns around and sends it to the middle. Number 21 is Senecal. And McDonough always hustling and...
He took a dare and he got his defense up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was the best player. Yeah.
It was so weak in the back there.
And we're down to just a little over a minute to play in this contest. I think the Cougars will salt this one away and go away with a hard-fought win here in overtime at the
From here, got a nice boot.
senior night. Good way to go out for a lot of these student athletes who have spent a lot of time on this field and a lot of time participating in practices and traveling for away games and all that other good stuff.
Oh, at least. Oh, at least.
And there's a ball that cups all the way back into Carly Neal, who, despite the score, has actually done an outstanding job in the goal. None of those were any of her mistake. I think she felt bad on the high ball that got over her head, but aside from that, she didn't really have much of a choice on any of those other goals. So she has nothing to hang her head about, as did the rest of the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So after 100 minutes of soccer action here from Northeastern Clinton Central School, the Cougars come away with a hard-fought 5-2 overtime victory over the Hornets of Plattsburgh High. And that's the way it was this Wednesday evening, October 17th, 2012. We thank you for watching and listening to this episode of Hometown Cable's presentation of girls varsity soccer. We thank you for watching television.